I'm Sonya.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Ebong. Today we're dishing with you from Me and You, which is located at 3125 M Street Northwest in Georgetown. I wanted to make sure that I state how amazing this food looks, that you can't smell it at home, but if you had the opportunity to smell this, you would not be sitting here very long.
So we can't eat during this interview either?
No.
Just after.
We'll all share after. Well, today our guest is Cherry Jones, the CEO of Wolf Trap, the Center for Performing Arts and National Parks. I sort of messed up that name already, even though we talked about it. Now, there are two different ways of saying the organization's name. It's Wolf Trap, say it for us.
Well, it's Wolf Trap National Park for the Performing Arts, which is America's only national park for the performing arts, and that's a partnership with the National Park Service. And then I'm actually president and CEO of the Wolf Trap Foundation for the Performing Arts, which is the operating arm, if you will, for the National Park Performing Arts Space, the Barns at Wolf Trap, and the Barns Education, or the Wolf Trap Education Center.
So there are all these things going on, and whenever I go to Wolf Trap or I hear about Wolf Trap on the radio, I always hear that national parks thing, and it makes me think, what would Teddy Roosevelt have said about the Wolf Trap Performing Arts Center?
I think
what
he'd say
do you
bully.
think?
But no, I think he would have loved it, because what it does as a national park is help us. What people fail to realize about national parks is they're not only these gorgeous spaces, which Wolf Trap is too, but they're about people. And clearly a park dedicated to the performing arts, which was the vision of our founder, Mrs. Schaus, Catherine Feline Schaus, it really does tell the story of people, and in a way through the arts that you can't do it in any other way. And of course, one of the things we've done is not only captured performance, everything from James Taylor to the National Symphony Orchestra, but we do things about other parks. For example, this summer we did it's called Face of America, and we featured Glacier National Park and the people, Native American tribes, singer-songwriters, cowboy singers that came in and did this piece about that national park. So it really does work very well, and I do think Teddy would say bully.
Well, how did you get to be the only national park for the performing arts? And is it intended that you will remain the only national park for the performing arts, or do you have plans to help others to grow in that respect?
That's a good question, and one that I guess we'd have to take part of that up with the Department of the Interior. But it got to be that, as I said, because of the founder, Catherine Feline Schaus. That land used to be a farm. In fact, the original name, we will really confuse it here, the original name of the park was Wolf Trap Farm Park for the Performing Arts. And about 6 or 7 years ago, the name was changed to Wolf Trap National Park because it really was a national scope. But it was her farm. It was a Northern Virginia farm, hundreds of acres, and it came about because they were putting the Dulles Airport in, and they were running that Dulles access road right down the middle of her farm. So it basically divided her farm. She decided it could no longer be used as a farm, and so she went to the Department of the Interior. This is a woman who she almost knew Teddy Roosevelt. she knew everybody from, I think she knew personally everybody from Herbert Hoover, I believe, forward. And
Powerful woman.
She used to be able to pick up the phone and actually call them at the White House. And anyway, she set this up back in the 60s, made a donation of her land to create this national park, and it was accepted by the Department of the Interior, made as a part of the National Park Service, and that's really how it came about. Whether there'll ever be another, I think it would be wonderful if there were others. It's very difficult to create a national park. It's an act of Congress. We were created by an act of Congress, and in fact, even when they changed the name from Farm Park to National Park, that was an act of Congress.
Wow.
So I had to go testify before Congress on why this name should be changed, because that's how
So you said there's two different aspects of it, as earlier as you mentioned, the foundation piece as well as the actual park. So what role does the Department of the Interior and the Park Service play with Wolf Trap?
Well, we work in partnership to preserve and present the programs that happen at the national park site. So they take care of the land, they take care of the security, parking, that sort of thing. They help manage the volunteers that usher. All of the ushers in the summer are volunteers. You too can volunteer at Wolf Trap.
I would love to. All those great performances to watch.
Exactly. So they do that, and then we do everything else. We bring in the artists, we program the artists, we manage the food services, we do all of the advertising, all of the promotion, all of that sort of thing happens with Wolf Trap
And the Student Foundation, okay.
Right.
Well, I want to hear about the performances. We've been talking around them, but I want to hear about them. You have, who's in charge of finding them, and what's up for this season?
Well, I have a staff of people that actually work with that, and I work with that staff, but we have a very talented staff, and obviously we, you know, the summer season, and we're in the barn season right now. We have great shows coming in, you know, classic rock people like Chad and Jeremy and Janice Ian, and everything from that to classical pianists, the gold medal winner from the Van Cliburn competition, and we have great bluegrass, country, alt country, and all of that sort of thing coming in. And then we're already planning, though, for the next summer season, and that's probably really what you're wondering about here.
Well, we just want to know how we can get people out there, and, and that's another question.
We've begun to, we've taken a new approach to how we release it. We used to kind of book everything for the summer, and then we'd make a big announcement at the press club in March, and you know, everybody got to buy tickets. With everybody, with so much that they have to do, we think it's really better for people to be able to know as we book them. And so we're actually doing 4 different announces. The first one is right now, so if you're a member at Wolf Trap, you will have
buy your membership now.
Advance access to the tickets, and we'll do that in, you know, this one, it'll then go on sale to the public November 21st. And then we'll do that again 3 more times, announcing them.
Is there any rhyme or reason to how you decide what acts or what type of, like you said, there's a wide variety of different musical guests.
Yeah, and I think that's the key. I think the key is we do, there are people who say we do more diverse shows than any other performing arts space in a short period of time. We do about 100 shows in about 110 days, so there's something different almost every night. But it's everything from musical theater. We've got Legally Blonde, the musical, coming this summer. Mamma Mia is coming this summer. Cats. You know, those are all being released in this first announce, you know, to things like the Beach Boys and whatever. But it's a very diverse package that we put together, and that's really what's most important. Obviously, it's about 7,000 seats, so we have to do things that we think will fill a good number of those seats, and so those are really the things. But really trying to have a diverse program is very, very important to us. And especially as a national park for the performing arts, what we're trying to do is showcase that variety of the performing arts in this country.
You're so close to DC, but for those people that just never get out of the city, a little far away. I'm not saying you're far away, but what would be your pitch to get people to not choose, well, not that they shouldn't choose some of the great venues here in the city, but your pitch to get them to come out and see you out there?
Well, first of all, you don't need a passport. No passport to cross the bridge. Now, the easiest way is Metro. We have a cooperative program with Metro. You can actually take Metro in the summer to the summer performances, so you get on Metro anywhere you want down here in D.C., and you go out. East Falls Church is the terminus. We have a dedicated bus that takes you straight to the front door at Wolf Trap. It is so easy. Yeah.
I've always driven.
This is
absolutely the easiest way and the greenest way. We have a Go Green with Wolf Trap and a big program in environmentalism there, and this is just another way we can do that. And so that's really that's what I recommend. No parking hassles, no driving hassles. You're there, you come out, you get back on the bus, they take you right back to the
toll road
Metro.
issues.
No toll road
Well, it
issues.
sounds great, and it sounds like something we're going to have to check out. I think all of the season sounds wonderful. We've actually run out of time, but thank you so much for being with us.
My
We have
pleasure.
so much more to learn and so much more to see.
We can do this again at Wolf Trap. We can picnic out there.
Excellent. That'd be great.
Great.
I'll take the Metro.
And we'll take the Metro. And as always, thank you so much for joining us here on this episode of The District Dish.